So from the GT model, we then move into the GTX. The GTX is the next step up, I guess.
It is.
You know, for customers that are looking to, the GTX model is quite popular as well with tradesmen who are looking for more of a work and play kind of scenario. GTX is a bit more of a kitchen side. It's got more storage for food, everything like that. One of the big things, I guess, with the GTX that we hear from customers all the time is that when they see the kitchen side of the canopy and you take them around to the other side, they're expecting that because it's got a fridge and drawers and a table and cupboards and everything, that there's no room on the other side.
Yeah.
What have we got on a GTX on the other side?
Other than the battery housing and the air compressor, which is housed in a what we call driver's side compartment to customers that don't know.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's all free storage.
Yeah.
So, like, load it up.
There's a lot of room in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like on a 79 series, for example, from the closed door to the dividing wall in a GTX, we've got about 1,080 mil in depth, and due to a 79 series canopy being 1,900, minus the driver's side compartment, we're about 1,700 mil in length. Now that's a heap of room.
Yeah.
Heap of room. Things like swags and chairs, kids' push bikes, scooters, all the stuff that we've got to carry. A lot of things, is there any main upgrades or extras that customers will add on with something like a GTX?
There's actually quite a few.
Yep.
One of the probably biggest upgrades that we see come through our doors is the 110 litre Dometic upright. Is the first thing that they always want.
Bit more fridge space.
Yeah, fridge space. The dedicated freezer compartment is a good option.
Yep.
You can then take it to better cooling solutions for the stuff that you drive back. The other upgrade is trundle drawer lid.
Yep.
Which is popular throughout no matter what model you purchase.
And that trundle drawer lid's for, you know, sitting your barbecue on or your gas cooker or, you know, making lunch on it if need be.
Yeah.
Yep.
And other than upgrading to a bigger battery, they're probably the most popular upgrades that you can do to a GTX.
Yep.
The other one is the hot water system, which people do tend to add on.
Yep. So a lot of customers, although they may not need the top spec model with the GTU, they'll choose to go with the GTX and add a few extras on. The other thing, I guess, with the GTX is going to be roof basket.
Yeah.
Is really popular. On a vehicle such as, say, a 79 series, that driver's side of the canopy, because it is an open area, when you are trying to store camp chairs, tables, things like that, because the canopy is so tall, to suit a 79 series, even on a standard car like a Ranger, you've still got quite a bit of height. So to use up all that area is quite difficult.
Yeah.
So that's where a roof basket comes into it. And I'm sure you'll see them on our other videos. On a 79 series or a Ranger, we've got 3 different sizes. One of the main ones is 1200 mil wide, 750 mil deep, and 190 mil tall. So what does that sort of do with customers? They've got a bit more room to put everything, or?
Yeah, they do. People just, in pictures and videos, it just doesn't give us the justice.
Yep.
That's the main thing. The fact that GTX is only a third of the canopy in terms of width,
Yep.
and you've got 2/3 left for storage, well, that's a lot of room to put anything.
Yeah.
So,
And same thing with the GTX, standard features, I guess, much like the other range.
yeah, so standard features are 85 litre upright fridge, the ePro standard, a full core off-road switch panel is standard, the lithium upgrade is standard.
And what do you get in the lithium pack with the GTX?
So you get a 125 amp hour lithium Energizer battery.
Yep.
It is Bluetooth, so you can pull it up from your phone on the app and monitor it while you're driving. It does have a reset button as well.
Yep.
To reset it if you do kill the battery. The other upgrade is that you get a travel buddy as standard.
Yep.
You also get the
Fusion sound
stereo.
system comes with it as well.
Trying to think what else there is. There's quite a lot. The other thing too is you get a dedicated fit out in terms of camping. When you're talking like places to put your plates and all that sort of stuff. And to be honest, GTX is probably my most favourite.
Yep.
And the reason being is just that deep drawer and the thought behind it.
Yep.
Put your master food sauce bottles, rum bottles, all those things that can stand upright normally. That's what you want, especially when you're travelling. You don't want it laying down because chances are it's going to go everywhere.
And look, the GTX, when we were travelling around Australia, we did 10 months on the road with our family. In that 10 months, the GTX was my dream canopy. It was everything that I wished that I had and everything that I wanted. Now, in relation to storing things, I can vouch for it. I've got a few stories about corrugations and what it does to things. One of them was long life milk. So we had 4 litres of long life milk in Ziploc bags, all stored side by side. And after corrugations were that bad, it actually rubbed the cardboard through the long life milk bottles, and we ended up with 4 litres of milk all through our caravan. So with our design team, one of the main things with the design cues of the canopies, a lot of customers don't see, and they don't see the thought process that goes into our internal fit outs, is things like a large storage drawer. And we see it all the time. I'm always looking at canopies and other manufacturers and things like that. One thing that we're paramount with our designs is having a large drawer where you can put a bottle of rum. Now I drink Kraken. Kraken has a finger handle in it, so when you drink a few too many rumbos, you can never drop your bottle. That's always a plus. Things like oil, tomato sauce bottles, everything like that, it's paramount to have storage for them things. So the GTX model with the large drawer and the storage area above it that was designed to fit a Weber barbecue or the Dometic barbecue. The clip track's up there as well, so that you can actually tie the barbecue in place. It's pretty well got everything that you need in the GTX.
The other thing that people don't realise too is that big drawer, you can open it and close it without having to close the prep bench underneath.
Yep.
So if you've got your sandwiches out, you're making sandwiches, and you need sauce out of that drawer, you don't have to take everything off. So the thought process is there for that reason. So.
And even in the GTX, like the General, for example, a lot of you guys would know the General as my 79 series, it had a GTX canopy on it. When I had it all kitted out with a cutlery drawer at the bottom, I then had plates and bowls in the next drawer, because in a 79 series you get a 4-drawer tower. It had everything. Granted, the top drawer in my 79 series with a 5-inch lift and 37s, the top drawer was all feel. I couldn't actually see anything in there. So, but that's what you get with a big lifted and jacked up car. The GTX, once again for me, was paramount. It had everything that I needed. Sales-wise, I guess the GTS speaks for itself. You know, for a long time there with Core Offroad, it was definitely by far a #1 selling canopy.
I did try and outrun you and try and sell more GTs.
More GTs.
I think we got there in the end.
Yeah, that's right. So one thing with the GTX, it got absolutely smoked by a new GTU layout, which is definitely by far the most popular.